Hello everyone. Today, I want to show you all a piece of pharah tech. A piece of pharah tech that I have never seen in the public before. I've never heard anyone talk about it, not in a video, not in a live stream, never seen anyone showcase it, never even seen another player in-game do it. I found it on my own, in skirmish, messing around with one of my friends on Mercy. Maybe someone else has done it before, and I just don't know. I haven't seen the video or whatever, but from my perspective, based on my knowledge, no one has ever showcased this before. I'm kind of thinking no one even knows it exists, because if they did know it existed, I'm sure they'd be using it. At least, you know, higher level players, because it's some very valuable tech. So, it's all about roofs, right? A roof like this is a place where you can slide down, and you can sort of, if you're tapping your fuel button, you can sort of sit here. And you're burning a lot less fuel than if you're trying to maintain an altitude just in the air. However, when you're on a roof, your fuel does not regen. See? And that is intentionally there so that you can't do this exact thing. You can't sit on a roof forever, because your fuel drains, and very quickly you run out, and then you're back down to the ground. But what's important here is the actual condition that needs to be met to stop your fuel from regenning, and that is your feet touching a roof surface like this. While my feet are touching it, my fuel's not regenning. But if I'm above the roof and my feet are not touching it, see how my fuel is still regenning as I fall, and as soon as I hit the roof, it stops? Well, this means that all you need to do to keep your fuel regenning while on top of a roof is have some way to keep your feet off the roof. You need to maintain a certain distance above the roof. If you can get your feet off the roof, your fuel will regen. But how do you do that? Well, there's this thing called rocket jumping. That was a bad example, but you can sit here and you can shoot a rocket under yourself. And if you see what's happening, when I shoot a rocket, let's do it on an easier roof. That one's pretty steep, it's hard to do it on. Let's do it on this one. If you see what's happening, the rocket is giving me vertical momentum. It is knocking me so far up into the air that my feet come off the roof. When they come off the roof, I start regaining fuel. The very important part of this, the critical aspect, is that you regen fuel faster than you burn it while you're doing this. See? I can be on the ground, I can burn all of my fuel, get to the roof, start shooting myself, figuratively, and regen all of my fuel while never leaving this section of the roof. Now, it requires some coordination on your part. It requires some coordination on your healer's part. You're not going to have 1,000 health like I do in the skirmish. You're going to have 200, and each rocket will be full damage, full self-damage, which is 40. So you will die very quickly. You need constant healing. But if you have constant healing, you can sit on any roof forever. Now, you're not stealthy by any means, because your rockets are very loud, and so are your passive jets. The enemy will hear you. However, they can't see you, so they can't do anything about it. You can just sit up here forever. You never have to worry about touching the ground again. And this works on every single roof. Now, as I said just a moment ago, the steeper the roof, the harder it is to do it on. This one is probably one of the steepest in the game. It is very difficult to do it on. This one requires a lot of practice. I can only barely do it, and I've been practicing this tech for a while. It requires some real coordination and some strategy on this one because of how steep it is. But if you can get the hang of it, you can still gain fuel. This one, you're much more likely to sort of break even, but you can still gain fuel on it.
Health restored.
And there's a lot of locations like this, where you're up on a roof, and you're in a very, very strategically valuable position. This one in particular is fantastic because you can sit right here, shoot rockets at the enemy while being almost completely covered. Wait while your team's at the choke, and as soon as they're ready to push in, well, I fucked that up. But as soon as they're ready to go in, you can drop in, and you can be on directly above the enemy, which is where you want to be. Especially when fighting hit scans and like Annas and Zens that are going to be sitting back here. You want to be on top of them. So you get to here. I messed it up again, god damn. This little section of 3 roof pieces is like kind of difficult to navigate, but you can just sit right here forever, regenning all of your fuel the whole time, never running out of fuel, and when your team's ready to go in, you're in, and you've just dropped in, ulted, and killed a healer, someone, and you went from this location behind this roof on top of an enemy ulting in a split second, and you can just sit up here raining rockets for as long as you want. You never have to get down. You effectively break the devs' decision. They don't want you to be able to sit on a roof forever, but you can anyway. So, in my opinion, super valuable tech. I'd love to see it utilized somewhere. I just haven't. That's why I'm making this video, honestly. I want to see someone else use this. I want, if any of you, anyone watching this video, has seen someone else, heard someone else talk about it, or seen someone else showcase this tech before, please send me a link. I'd love to know about it, because personally, I have never seen anyone talk about it in the 5.5 years that I've been playing the game, since its release. And I think it's really, really valuable tech for pharah. Never even seen pro players do it. Not once. So, if any of you have seen someone do it, please send me a link. That'd be great. But, otherwise, try it out for yourself. See if you can get the hang of it. See if you're a pharah player, see if it improves your, gameplay. Improves your skill. You know? Gives you a little bit of an edge. Because I can tell you, it certainly gives me a little bit of an edge in my gameplay. Allowing me to just go anywhere I want. And just sit there as long as I want, as long as I've got constant healing. It's pretty valuable if you ask me. So yeah. Let me know if any of you have seen this before. Otherwise, try it out. Spread the word. I want to see people use this tech. It's cool. I want to see it utilized. I want to see some players who are far better than me utilize it and do some crazy shit with it. It'd be great. But that's all I got for this video, and I will see you all next time.